Hi everyone, so as you can see by the first bit of this video, I ran 3.9 miles on Tuesday morning. I went out in the dark at 6:30, just gone 6:30, and oh my god, I've never run in the dark. I've just never had to, I've just never run in the dark. Um, I'm lucky enough that I only work 2 days a week, so normally I do my runs, I drop the kids off at school and then go at like 9 o'clock, but that particular day my husband was off, so I could just get up and go on a work day. But yeah, it was funny running in the dark. Not really many people around, which is always nice because I don't look the best running. But yeah, managed 3.9 miles. Was pleased with that. Run at a reasonable pace. Actually, what I've started to do, I've started to make like a little log, like actually write it down. I'll show you what I've done. I've got a book, Friends one. I love Friends. And what I've been doing, every time I've been going out for a run, so I've been writing, you can't really see that, let me turn the light on. I've been writing down how far I've gone, what route I've done, like where I've run to, and my average pace and how long it's taken me. So here was the run that I did Sunday, when I did my 5 miles. So my average pace on Sunday was 13.21 per mile, which is a bit slow, but you know, we can work on that. My next run that I did on Tuesday morning, which you just saw just before I went out, 309 miles in 40 minutes. Average pace per mile, 13 minutes a mile, so that was a good one. I have been out today. I've done another 3 miles. My average rate of running, or whatever it's called, average minutes per mile, wasn't all that great this morning. I'm still a bit coughy. I've got a cough. I've had a cold. Anybody that's had children and has a cough knows what happens when you cough too much. So obviously I had to stop and go to the toilet because my pelvic floor is non-existent and I needed to pee. I was coughing so much I needed to pee. Luckily on my running route there's like a little wreck down at Broxbourne and the toilets were open, thank God, so I had a wee. Saw my neighbour, had a little chat with my neighbour. She was also running. She'd just completed, well, she was on her way back home after doing 6 miles. So saw her, spoke to her for seconds, but that must have slowed me down loads. So yeah, 3 miles this morning with a cough, with a stop, with a wee stop, with a chat to your neighbour stop. I was happy with my time. I'm not going to do this in the fastest time ever. I just want to get round. So yeah, pleased with that. I'm considering going out and doing another run tomorrow. I'm going to see how my legs feel. My thighs were aching today when I was running. I am trying to stretch when I come home, but you know, I don't really know what I'm doing stretch wise. I've signed up to do a reformer Pilates class that begins, but the first slot was end of November, so I've got to wait until then. So until then I'm just kind of stretching myself when I come back in from my runs. So yeah, might run tomorrow, might not. I'm going to see how I feel. I have got some housework to do, so I might do that, or I might just run. I think it doesn't really matter how the miles get in your legs. You just need to get the miles into your legs. So I might even just go for a nice long walk tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. I've got a lovely little dog. He's over there on the edge of the sofa. He likes a walk, so maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Maybe I'll take him for a nice long walk tomorrow, get some more miles in my legs. I've been trying to aim to do as many steps as I can this week, every day. My aim is to do 10, but I've been trying to hit 20. Just to get the miles in my legs, just get my legs used to being on my feet for a lot of the time. I did read an article on one of the runner sites saying try and get your legs used to you being on your feet for longer periods of the day. So I think that was quite a good idea, so I'm going to try and do that. But like I say, might go running tomorrow, might not. When you see this video on the Sunday, you'll know if the next bit says that I ran or not. On Friday, you'll find out. But all good, still enjoying the training, still enjoying the running. I am getting a bit bored of listening to the same music. I've got a very 90s taste in music. I do like to run to a little bit of house and garage as well. So if anyone can suggest any music to run to, let me know. I tend to like running to songs. It's going to sound really funny. I tend to like running to songs that remind me of people. So the theme tune to Madagascar, you know, the reel to reel, I like to move it, move it. That reminds me of my kids. So when that comes on, I can just hear the kids in my ears. Keep running, mum. Keep running, mum. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing, reminds me of my dad. When that comes on, just hear my dad telling me to keep going. My Boy Lollipop again, it's one of my mum's favourite songs. I hear her in my head. And then I've got some other ones, you know, some house and garage ones that I like to dance to. So they pop in. I do often listen to podcasts as well. I like the Chris and Rosie Ramsey podcast, which comes out on a Friday. I like the Loose Lips podcast, Louisa Zisman and Anna Williamson. I like that one. So yeah, just trying to mix it up a little bit, try and keep it interesting. But at the minute, still enjoying it, still looking forward to my run, still looking forward to doing the marathon, and yeah, the aim is to just keep going. So I'll update you again when I go on my next run. So yeah, see you soon. Good morning. So it's Sunday. It's long run day. Sorry, I'm just coming downstairs. Don't want to fall. It's long run day. I didn't end up running on Friday. I did go and run yesterday. I ran just over 2 miles yesterday. So that was good. That felt good. I felt like I could have run more. It really spurred me on because I don't want to say it, but it didn't hurt, which is a good thing. Well, I'm going out this morning. My brother-in-law's picking the kids up and taking them to a cafe about 5 miles away, so I can run and meet them there at the cafe, and then he can bring me home once they've had breakfast. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm really not feeling it this morning. I've woken up and it's a little bit frosty, a little bit chilly. It looks cold outside, so I've put my long top on today. I might put a t-shirt on over the top as well. There's my daughter over there spurring me on. She's looking forward to going to have breakfast with her uncle. So I'll check in. I'll let you know how I get on once I finished it. I'm feeling good. I downloaded some new music yesterday onto my iThing. So that should be good. Keep me going. I downloaded some of the Grease 2 soundtrack, the Grease 1 soundtrack. I've got another little supporter there. So yeah, let's see how I get on. Let's see if I can run further than 3 miles today. I know the whole run is 5 miles, but I normally run 3 and then walk, run the rest. So I'm going to try and run a lot longer than 3 today. So let's see if I can. I'll check in when I've finished. So I've just done it. I've just run 5 miles. 5 miles. Jesus. Felt good. I'm really enjoying this running. Really enjoying it. It's an hour where I'm not having to get someone a drink or some food, so it's a little bit of a mum break. I downloaded the Grease 2 soundtrack yesterday. That was a winner. Running and dancing to Let's Bowl and Reproduction. Oh my god, it was such a good soundtrack. I've done my fastest mile, which I think was 11 minutes. I've never run an 11-minute mile. Dare I say, it's getting a bit easier. I'm actually doing it. I know 5 miles in the grand scheme of the amount I've got to run isn't very long, but I've never been able to run 5 miles. Last week I did the same route. I probably ran, like I said before in my previous video, I probably ran 3 of them miles and then ran, walk. Today I can hand on heart say I probably ran about 4.5 miles. I was just in it, doing it, running it. I sound surprised because I really, really am surprised. So it just shows you that a week of running and being on my feet and constantly thinking and being aware of what I'm doing and walking places rather than getting in the car, I'm moving more. And I've just run 4.5 miles and it feels so good. It feels amazing. I can't believe I've just run 4.5 miles. I mean, look at me. I'm a red, sweaty mess, and there is a bath running in the other room, just lay in. But I've just run 4.5 miles, and I've just got to 5 miles. I'm just shocked. I'm really shocked. Training works. This training works. I've just got to keep going. I've done a few little runs this week. I've done a 3, a 3, a 2, and now a 5. Let's just crack on. Let's just keep going. Let's just see if I can just keep adding to these miles. Next Sunday, my brother-in-law said he's happy to do the same. Come and pick the kids up for me, and then I'll run and meet him at the calf. So I know I can do another 5 miles next week, and I want to try and run the whole 5 next week. I know I can. I'll run the whole 5 next week. That's the aim. This feels really good. I'm really pleased. I can't believe I've just run nearly 5 miles. I've run at 4.5 for definite, nearly 5 miles. Jesus Christ. Go me! Yeah! So as you saw, I've taken you along and vlogged each run this week already on the videos that you would have seen just before this one. Still absolutely buzzing that I've managed to run 4.5 miles, total 5 miles. I've walked a little bit of it, probably half a mile of it. Still absolutely buzzing from that. I can't believe that just a week of training and doing my free runs prior to today has got me up to 4.5 miles that quick. I mean, I'm now starting to feel like this is actually going to be possible, and I'm going to be able to do it without dying. So, yes, amazing. I also wanted to just show you a London Marathon training and support Facebook group. It's, if you can see, it's this one. It's really good. Someone added me to it, and oh my god! So I've met people that live really, really close to me, literally a few miles down the road, who are more or less at the same pace as me. There's one lovely lady, Jen, who's in Ware. She's only up the road, so we're going to maybe try and meet up, and maybe on the long runs it might be worth running with someone just so we don't get bored and spur each other on. And then there's another lady, Becky, who lives in Thetford, which isn't necessarily on my doorstep, but it's only an hour away. And again, we could meet in the middle. I don't mind driving half an hour to meet someone just to have a little run with. Change of route. I did the same route today as I did last Sunday, and honestly, I probably am going to get a bit bored of running the same way and to the same places eventually. So to mix it up a little bit and run different routes, I think it's all going to be a good part of the training. Because let's face it, I've never run the route of the London Marathon, so that day is going to be a completely change to my usual schedule anyway. So yeah, it'd be lovely to meet up with them girls. They've all been so sweet on that site, and like I say, I've made 2 mates, I suppose, from it, and we've been encouraging each other, all the posts we've been putting up and encouraging each other along the way. I just wanted to show you a little bit more of my little journal that I've been doing. I've documented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 runs. So I've run 5 times in this week. I ran Sunday last week, then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and today. So my pace. My minute per mile last Sunday was 13:21. My minutes per mile today was 12:17. So from 13:21 to 12:17. I mean, that's just, I've got faster. I've not even tried to. I mean, one of the tips that my neighbour gave me when I bumped into her in the week was, don't worry about your time at the moment. Just worry about you just getting the distance in. So honestly, I've not even really thought about my time. The lady pops in my ear when I've got my headphones on and tells me when I've reached a mile, when I've reached 2 miles, 3 miles, and then my average pace per mile. But I've just tried to really block that out. I've tried to just keep going and just try and block everything out. But to be running, to be seeing an improvement in just a week, I'm really impressed with that. I don't stick to anything. I don't finish anything. I don't stick to anything. I never have. Never have. But this, I don't know, I just really quite enjoy just being on my own, just going for a run. I downloaded the Grease 2 soundtrack.
after seeing Rosie Ramsby singing on YouTube all week to some Grease songs that she's downloaded, and it's really helped. I was singing and dancing along as I was running today. If you've seen Grease 2, you know the songs. They're really uplifting. They've really got a good beat. They really kept me going today. So I don't know whether or not it was just a music choice today that got me to 5 miles as easy as it was. I'm hoping next time I run 5 miles I'm going to find it just as easy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was red. You can still see I've not really lost the redness. I was red, I was sweating. Really, really was by the time I got to the calf. But, you know, running isn't particularly attractive. You are going to get like that. And I am a sweater. I do sweat. So I am going to be a red sweaty mess. But I found with this journal, so what I'm doing, I'm writing down, I don't know if that's going to be back to front for you. I'm writing down how many miles I've done. I'm writing down my mile pace so I can just keep an eye on what each mile was. I'm writing down my average pace, which my Fitbit calculates for me. And I'm also writing down the route of where I went. So if ever I get a bit bored of running routes, I can always look back on that and see which ones I've done and how far they are. Because sometimes I think we can get a bit bored running the same place, seeing the same people, seeing the same things, seeing the same buildings. So to just mix it up a little bit and just keep a log of where I'm going and what I'm doing. I find it visual aids like that really help me. I find really beneficial to write things down like that just so I can actually see. I know it's all on my Fitbit, it's all on my phone, it's all logged on there, but to actually be able to flick through a book and see that my average mile pace is coming down, it's good for me to see that. So yeah, still enjoying it 1 week on. Can't praise this Facebook page enough. If you're not on it already, go get on it. If you're running the London Marathon, there's loads and loads of people on there giving really good advice, really good tips. So I've been just scanning through that every day, really, keeping up to date with it. I put a few posts on there. Somebody wanted to know hotels in the area, and I've got family that live right in Blackheath. So I managed to get someone some hotel ideas. So thanks, Bill, if you watch this and you helped some lady out that's going to come and stay in Blackheath the night before the marathon and probably the night of the marathon. But yeah, I hope you're still enjoying these videos. This one has been a bit different. It's not just been a sit-down one. I've tried to do little bits each day. So every day that I've done something, I've tried to film. I'm in different places. I'm in different clothes. I'm doing different things just to keep it a bit more interesting. But yeah, hope you're still following my journey. My Instagram page is, people are following that now. It's Layla_healthy_living, and all my marathon training stuff will go on that. So yeah, happy running. Let's just hope I have another good week next week like I do this week. So I'm working Tuesday and Wednesday this week. I don't know when I'm going to next be able to run, really. Maybe Wednesday morning if I go out again at 6:30 again. And then Friday and then Sunday. Maybe that'll be the plan this week. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm just going to try and do the same as I've done this week. Just try and get as many miles in my legs as I can. Run as many places as I can. And just keep going. That's the aim. Just keep going. Still feeling really positive. This is week 2 really, this is a full first week of my training. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. Bring it on.